We're not going back there, bro. We are not going back there, bro. We are not going back to that version of you. That inconsistent version of you. That down version of you. That version of you abusing substances. That version of you that's not happy. That version of you that doesn't want to get out of bed every morning. That's floating through life on autopilot. We're just not going back there. It gets to the point where you've been there so many times it becomes tiring to even be there. It becomes draining to be there. Because in your head you know you've got so much more. You know that you're only running at 30-40%, if that. If that at all. Most of us are running at 20, 30, 40 max. We could be doing so much more. We're not using our time well. Especially as we get older and we get into our later 20s and our early 30s. We haven't got all the time in the world. Life's going to start creeping up fast. The responsibilities are going to grow exponentially. So if you're watching this and you haven't reached that age yet, you're in your early 20s, just lock in now. Just lock in now. Do not believe this propaganda that, oh, your 20s is to just go and enjoy yourself, don't worry about anything. Some of us fell for that mistake. Some of us fell for that propaganda. And now we've got an uphill battle. We've got an uphill battle while we're older. Because we have responsibilities now. Mortgages, kids, businesses. It becomes harder to escape then. It becomes harder to do things outside of the norm. It becomes harder to even fix yourself from the things that I was discussing at the start of this video. We're not going back to that version of you, that version of me, that version of us. The one that isn't fun to be around. The one that's always chasing the next high, chasing the next drink, chasing the next bit of validation on social media. You think that's what life's about? No, life's about getting everything in check. Training, feeling good mentally, cutting out all the stuff that isn't serving you. The artificial chemical changes to your brain, the dopamine, cutting it. Getting to that point where you feel like you're starting to become the man that you should be. You start to feel it starts to feel euphoric. You start to walk around with a different aura. You walk around like a completely different person, like a person you wouldn't even know 5 years ago. Like a person that didn't even exist in your internal sphere. You didn't think you could get there. You walk around appreciating everything, having better conversations, having better friendships, doing better at work, doing better in relationships. So I want you to make sure you never return to that version of yourself. And you know the one that I'm talking about. I don't need to explain it to you. You can look in the mirror, or you can lay down there on your bed, on your sofa when you're alone, and you know what that version is. And we're not going back there. I want you to repeat it to yourself. We are not going back there. The only place we're going next is to the next level. The next stage of our life. The next goals, the next achievements, the next small bits of discipline we can improve to become a better man. And it can be at any age. The younger you are watching this, the better. If you can work it out now, then by the time you get to my age or someone else my age, you're going to be clear. You're going to be unrecognisable. And if you're not young, you're already in your late 20s or your early 30s, Well, I say not young, that is still very young in the grand scheme of things in life. But you know what I mean. We're getting to that age where you have to start seriously getting rid of the bad habits and thinking about how much time there is to achieve things before you get too far. So if you are at that point, just know there's still time. There is still time. It only takes a year or two to lock in. It only takes 6 months to a year to 2 years of consistent work, dedication towards one thing to change your whole life. And even if it doesn't, the journey you've taken to get there has made you a better man. Those 6 months, that year, where you've been training, where you've been cutting out the bad substances, where you've been eating well, where you've been speaking better to people, having better relationships, feeling better mentally, enjoying life more as you get up out of bed every day. It's got to be a net positive, hasn't it? Regardless of what you achieve. So, just remember, we're never going back to that version of ourselves, because we owe ourselves too much, and we owe our future families and the people around us the best version of ourselves, bringing the best version of ourselves to the table as early as we can and as often as we possibly can, because there's no pride in being that sunken down, depressed, non-functional guy, because that's not what we were brought here to be. We were brought here to be functional, efficient, providers, composed in any situation, whether we're happy or we're not. So we're not going back to that version of ourselves, and I want you to keep repeating it to yourself. We're on this journey together, so do not feel like you're alone. Whatever obstacle we face, we will overcome it. We'll overcome it. We've overcome everything that's faced us today. So men, boys, brothers, keep going. Keep going. No matter what happens, keep going. No matter how you feel, keep going. Because we're never going back to that version of ourselves. We're only going onwards and upwards. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe.